US 1! Yeah! Alright, we are back at it once again with the US 1 content. This time we'll be doing the northern third and we'll go southbound. Looking at its whole route, it goes from Fort Kent, Maine to Key West, Florida, but we're going from Maine to Philadelphia today. You are currently watching Super Reviews. If you guys aren't subbed, please sub. I'm making this video pretty late. It's being made on Thursday, February 6th. And we're opening a Discord server when we get to 1,000 subs. So I think I need like 270 to go. You can request your exterior section in the comments below. I would really appreciate if I get some more requests for that. We have US 42 on Thursday. In honor of the Celtics beating the Cavs. Alright, we're going one way today. It's going to be southbound US 1. And for US 42, I don't know if we're going both ways on that yet. So with US 1, we will be in Fort Kent, Maine. We're going to turn left for Madawaska and Caribou, 43. And looking at this, we got the America's First Mile. I decided to show it in this video, in the southbound video, showing the school destinations. And we see a pretty cool sunset here at that landmark with the US 1 bridge as. We passed by a McDonald's and wow, it has pretty cool discounts in the middle of nowhere, way up here. Here we are parallel to the St. John River, as if you saw the northbound video, then you probably already expect that. Here we got some nice wildlife woods going on here with these trails here. We are in Madawaska, so it's home of the Four Corners Park. So it's like the northeastern to Four Corners to everything. South of there, we will turn right for Caribou at 20 miles away. And that is the sensible choice. And we get a Trump truck back thingy. So that's pretty weird. We meet Highway 161, the Caribou bypass. It doesn't get any control cities. Well, 161 and 1 both go to the same place. In central Caribou, we will be going straight, but there's no control cities here. Presque Isle will now be our next control city. It's literally right up the road at 8. The other way would go to Limestone or Limestone. Here's a cool look of Presque Isle, and wow, Presque Isle seems like Green Bay or something like that. You know, weirdly, there's a lot of planets that we pass between here and Holton. So here's Saturn. Speaking of that, here's Neptune. It's all the way, I think, between Presque Isle or Caribou to like Holton. We made I-95 for the first of 3 billion times, and then the Supercut, I'm going to do an I-95 counter showing every single I-95 junction. We made US 2 for Island Falls, where we'll now be signed for Woodstock and Bangor. 2 will leave for Woodstock, and we'll now be signed for Clay at 89 miles away. So we got still a bit of a hike. And we got nice, stunning mountains here in northern Aroostook County going southbound here. Clay will still be our primary control city at 57. Springfield at 24. Wonder where Springfield, Maine is. And we pass by these nice woods. We're basically way in the middle of nowhere, really far from Bangor. And we made New Brunswick 1 for St. John, and 1 will be concurrent for 9 for Calais, Canada, and St. Stephen. Mild times give us Calais, St. Stephen, Eastport at 29. I don't know Eastport at all. Here's a cool look of downtown Calais, and when we get to that traffic light, we'll actually be turning right here. And this part of US 1 is actually rural Route 1 and coastal Route 1. So US 1 has a lot of names in Maine. We meet the County Route 190 for Eastport, and we'll go straight for McKay at 37. And this is really cool. It looks like there's a fire going on here, but it's actually clouds. It looks like Mount Everest in Alaska. And 1 will now be signed for Cherryfield, which makes sense because 1A is the faster way to get to the Bar Harbor area. And on our way down there, we can see the Bar Harbor and some nice lakes going on here. In Ellsworth, we meet 3 go for Bangor. We'll turn left for Bucksport now. Cross this nice bridge. Going on here, leaving Ellsworth right now. We now cross the Penobscot Bridge. Oh shoot, that was a US 6 thing. And we are now looking into Belfast, Maine, so that's our next major city-ish in Maine. Railroad changes give us Rockland and Camden at 19 and 26. 3 will leave us for Augusta. And here's a look of either Camden or Rockland. It's a pretty nice city-ish going on here. Now this is Camden. Wow, it's a bit complicated with all these buildings here. And here's central Lincolnton, where I showed you that nice picture going northbound. And one will still be its usual nice road here throughout Maine. We crossed the Bath River, I think, and we'll be going into Bath, Maine now. We'll now be signed for Brunswick at 6. 1 is actually a freeway here. If it's a freeway the whole way, you should sign Portland, honestly. See, we enter Brunswick literally immediately after that interchange, so maybe go Portland for now. But we still get Brunswick for south, come on. Well, the other way goes to Cook's Corner and Bath. Ooh, don't know about those ones. We meet 295 for Thompson and Augusta, and south will go Freeport and Portland. Those are good choices. And when we turn left, we just get nothing. Well, there are control cities there, but we can't read them. 1 will be right next to 295 for a while. And there's a lot of construction going on here. On 295 will be signed for Cumberland and Yarmouth. So that, I guess those will be fine. We'll road right next to it, so why not? We meet 495 unsigned. It goes to 95. Makes, I guess, kind of makes sense to not sign control cities. We'll be concurrent with 295 here and bike route 1. Not repeating the, Escanapa, Michigan. We're concurrent. We're now signed for through traffic. Is this the 605 now? This is not LA. But we'll leave it for Main Street. 295 will now be signed for South Portland in Scarborough. And here's Scarborough. And it's basically literally nothing, so I just go Saco instead. Here's Saco, Funtown, Splashtown, USA. Showed it northbound, and I wanted to show Aquabagan, but I couldn't find it. On 195, we get Saco, and 95 signed for Portland and Kittery. Why not Boston? And here's Saco, and Saco Island specifically. I think I showed downtown going northbound, so I didn't show it southbound. And here's Ogunquit. And it's a famous beach town in southern Maine. Jump ahead to another I-95 junction for Portland and Augusta. South goes to Portsmouth and Boston. South for Kittery for 1. This is Business 1 Bridge. Yeah, it's a pretty cool infrastructure going on here. Here's Real US 1 going right into downtown Portsmouth. And it's a pretty cool thing going on here. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a Welcome to New Hampshire sign on regular US 1, so I had to go on Business US 1 to show you the Welcome to New Hampshire sign. Here's a look of downtown Portsmouth. And it goes right through it on Daniel Street. And on this traffic light, 1 will now turn left and head closer to the ocean that's over there. We'll turn left again for Hampton. But Business US 1 starts again for Dover and Concord to the right. We get 1 reassurance shield as we get through the substandard streets of Portsmouth here. We meet 101 for Hampton Beach and Exeter. And 1 south will be signed for Hampton Falls and Seabrook. Looking at the interchange, you literally have to do 3 U-turns if you're going southbound US 1 to get west on 101. And I showed this on the northbound opener. We get some nice swamps here as we're closer to the ocean and beaches. Here in Seabrook, we have a weird roundabout that we have to do, so we have to turn left coming up. See, when we turn left, we're signed for Salisbury and Portsmouth. And if we go straight, we can get to 95 for Boston. And there's no welcome to Massachusetts sign, so this is as close as I could get entering Salisbury, which is the next town over. We will continue straight for Newburyport in Boston. 95, we could turn right for Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And we meet 110 for Amesbury and Haverhill. 1 will be confirmed 1A for Newburyport. We cross the Merrimack River, and we can see downtown Newburyport going on there. There's a 2-lane freeway here. After that Super 2, we go into a new roundabout. But unfortunately, I couldn't find any control cities here, so that's not good. We passed by the Topsfield Fair, and I really want to get here. It's a cool fair to stop by any day. Here's another I-95 junction for Boston. 1 south will now be signed for Danvers. On I-95, we get south for Waltham, which is ridiculous. 1 south should be signed for Boston. And 95 should also be signed for Worcester till I-90. See, another 95 junction gives us Waltham and Gloucester. 129 goes for Lim and Swampscott. We meet 99. The 99, which doesn't go to the 99 restaurant, will be signed for Revere in Boston now. 1 goes through a pretty cool substandard freeway with tight turns, and we could kind of see downtown Boston here. We cross the Tobin Bridge. We're on the upper deck, so it's really cool on the upper deck than we are on the lower deck. And wow, yeah, Boston actually does it right. It does the San Francisco thing. The upper deck shows downtown. It's really cool. We meet I-93 for Charlestown in Boston. We're kind of already in Boston, so we could sign Providence now. And we see the Union Station, and we go North Station for Cape Wright, and we're signed for nothing now. We cross the Zakin Bridge over the Charles River, and we have mention of the Logan Airport coming up here in the tunnel. And here's a cool look inside the Zakin Bridge. It is really cool. I think it's the most expensive bridge in New England. And here's the Celtics Stadium. Celtics should go back to back or recreate the 60s even with their championships. Jump ahead to 95's concurrency where we get 1 south for Norwood. If we get off here, 29B. Jumping ahead to Foxborough where we get 95 south for Providence. 1 north for Boston here. And we get a pretty cool freeway-ish here. I wonder what it would be like if we were to take this to a Patriots game. Speaking of the Patriots game, here it is. Foxborough Stadium. It's a pretty cool conversion here. And here it is. Here at the junction, you could turn left to get into the main parking lot, or if you want to get general parking, you go to the right. Here is the Patriot Place going on here. It's cool that there's a mall outside of the stadium. That would be pretty cool. And even the Patriots Stadium, we get Attleboro and Providence as our next control cities. So I think those are fine. We meet 495 for Cape Cod and Marlborough. And maybe Marlborough, why not? We are now at the cusp of Massachusetts. We'll be continuing straight for Pawtucket, Rhode Island, as 1A goes for Providence. We cross under I-95, but we don't have a direct junction with it. You won't take in 1A to get to 95. And again, just like going to Massachusetts, going to Rhode Island, we just get entering Pawtucket, so that's not great either. We could curve I-95 for a short bit, but unfortunately we don't get any control cities. Well, if it was, it would probably be Providence. We could offer North Providence and Pawtucket. That would be downtown Pawtucket here as we go off this bridge. And here's a cool look of downtown Providence here. So I think it is the 3rd biggest city in New England, so that's pretty surprising. And I should just go northbound. Here's the Providence Mall, and it's weirdly placed on this Woonsocket River. Here's US 6 right here. We don't directly meet it. It's weird that our main supercut spots are in Providence. Here we go over it itself and I-95. Here we can see another look of downtown Providence. We go under I-95 again, but we do 95 South does meet it with it. We meet right down 37 for Providence, New York. That's a little confusing. Do you like Providence or New York City? And we go by Chili's. I think I showed this northbound, but I'll show it southbound. Easily one of the best places in Rhode Island. We will be continuing straight on 1 south, and we meet Rhode Island 4 north, which will take you back over to 95 in Providence. 138 we meet for Jamestown and Newport, those famous islands in Rhode Island. On 138 we get 1 north of Providence, and it is a freeway. You take 4 all the way up there. And 1 south for New York City. Whoa! That's incredible! And follow the directions to 95. Wow, that's awesome. And want to show a look of the Newport Pell Bridge. This is on 138. I'm probably never going to do a 138 video, so I want to show it now. And we split it for University of Rhode Island. That's a cool draw there. Go Rams! Here we are in Narragansett. 1 south will now be signed for Westerly. Taylor Swift hater. In Westerly, we'll be going straight for downtown. And 78 will be turning right for a bypass around it. And here's a cool look of Westerly going into it. And Chiefs fans will probably be here. And going to Connecticut, and again, no Connecticut welcome sign. Oh my god. 4th straight time. No one showed welcome signs yet. And we'll be going straight for Stonington Village, as all these other roads will turn right. Here we are in Mystic, but we still be going straight. This is outside of the Stonington area. And we go around the bend, and we'll go right for Groton and New London now, so those are sensible. We'll be joining I-95 south for New London, but we do get New Haven on here. Why not do New Haven, New York City? We're kind of already in New London. After we cross the bridge, we'll be getting off for New London. 95 south will be signed for New Haven now. And apparently, something more college. Melrose College is our primary control city. We meet 95 for not the last time in Connecticut. It goes to New London. There's a lot of 95 junctions in Connecticut. But we go around the bend, we see some nice fall foliage here, but it'll probably be snow as of this day. And here's another one of those 95 junctions. This time we get New Haven as our primary control city. We go on the Connecticut River. 9th goes to Essex and Hartford. 1 south will now be signed for Old Saybrook. Okay, well done. And we see the Atlantic swamps here, so it's pretty cool for Connecticut to have these boats. 95 South New Haven, why on New York City, and we're kind of going west here throughout Connecticut. Here's another 95 junction. We get north of New London. Should be east for Providence. 1 now goes on the frontage road of I-95, 95 south for nothing. 1 south is just signed for right 2 lanes. Don't know how I feel about that. Here's the I-91 junction with I-95. But we don't have to do a junction with it. We'll be going to downtown New Haven. Here's a cool look of downtown New Haven here. Should honestly be bigger than Bridgeport. 95 in Milford will now be signed for New York City, which is what should have been from Providence. And we meet 15 as well. Did a video about that not that long ago. New York City and Hartford. I actually made it before the northbound Northern. And here's another Milford junction with 95 that goes to New Haven and New York City. On I-95, we get Milford as our primary control city. It makes sense to not do Bridgeport because you won't stay on 95. And we cross the river in Stamford, and we are going to Bridgeport. And here we will be keeping right on 1 south, and we do have a 95 junction here. We go into Connecticut 8, and Connecticut 8 is the main freeway in Bridgeport area. And we meet 95, we don't get any control cities here because it's a little complicated, I guess. And here's another bridge, another Foxborough situation where we get 95 south New York City, and one of the carriageways are on the other side of 95. And here's, yep, you guessed it. Going down the hill, Then we get 95 North New Haven. And we will be turning left to go across this bridge. We'll eventually be in Norwalk, Connecticut. And here's a look of downtown Norwalk. And we'll eventually be meeting US 7 coming up. So here's our... After US 7 we meet 95 from New York City. We're near the Stanford area. And here's another one closer to downtown Stanford. This is, I believe, in Darien, Connecticut here. And we'll be going under 95 again. This is near downtown Stanford. I think we're in Stanford city limits here. It would be 106 for Glenbrook, and we have yet again another 95 junction to turn left. Here's a look of downtown Stanford, Connecticut, to take a break from all the stupid 95 junctions we got in Connecticut. And oh my god, this should be the last time we meet in Connecticut, New York City, and New Haven. Alright, and we do go into New York, and New York has a welcome sign, but the trees are ruining it. Oh my god, these welcome signs for US 1 are going horrible. And we meet 287 for White Plains, should be Albany. 1 will now be signed for Rye. Here's a 95 junction, but set weirdly. These are weird diamond interchanges. This is not New York City, but this is New Raquel. And it's really urban with the downtown here. And we meet I-95 in New York, but we are not going to be concurrent. We're just going to keep going straight toward Pelham Manor. And we meet the Bronx River Parkway. It goes to White Plains. Skip the HRP because I already showed a lot of it northbound. And we'll be joining it for Cross Bronx Parkway and George Washington Bridge coming up. On the other side, we go into New Jersey, and we'll be getting off with 1, 9, and 46 here. In Fort Lee, we'll be leaving 46, and I'm surprised it's US 46. It should be New Jersey 46, it's only New Jersey. And we get our exits to the Lincoln Tunnel here. Well, this is to the side of the Lincoln Tunnel. Here's the proper entrance to the Lincoln Tunnel. And we get 3 for Clifton as well coming up here. We go over the Pulaski Skyway. I might have this as the opener in the Super Cup, but there's a ton of pictures that I could choose. And here's 95. There's a junction with it, but it's way too complicated with it, so I decided to just show it from here. Here's the 78 junction, and the Newark Airport makes it extremely complicated. It's extremely confusing to see what's going on. And here's Elizabeth, New Jersey, the next city that we go into. And it's a pretty cool draw here. And we get a weird DC roundabout here, but there's no bridges, so we have to see 2 traffic lights here. We are 1 9 hype that officially ends. We get 9 South Shore Points, 1 South Trenton. And it's on 1, so why not? We meet the Garden State Parkway. It's signed for the Garden State Parkway. I feel like it should be Albany here, maybe. We meet 287 for Morristown and Mahwah. 1 South will be signed for Trenton. Alright, it's not signed on 95, so why not sign Trenton? We go across the bridge and we'll be going into New Brunswick, New Jersey. Not Brunswick, Maine, but New Brunswick, New Jersey. Here's 18. This will be the exit to get to Rutgers University. And I don't know college football. I don't know Ohio State football. And we get a weird jug handle here. That's what New Jersey is usually known for, with their jug handles and their gas. The way they do gas. And we get the Scudder's James University, which is this exit right here. We meet 295 for Camden and Philadelphia. We could get on north. It's weirdly signed directions here. We get a pretty cool Maine freeway here in Trenton. And we're going right through it. See, here's a look of downtown Trenton. And it's New Jersey's capital, and it's pretty cool. Going through here. We cross the Delaware River, we'll be going into Pennsylvania. And the world takes Trenton, yep. And 1 South Mooresville will be our primary control city. Why not do Langhorne? I feel like Langhorne will be better. And for the normal New Jersey, we have to pay a toll to get out of New Jersey. And we get one South Philadelphia. And there's no welcome to Pennsylvania sign. Oh my god, we couldn't get a normal welcome sign today. We get US 13 for Tullytown and Bristol. So those are sensible here. And we get our Oxford Valley exit right here for Sesame Street. 295 comes up for Princeton and Philadelphia. We see here we meet 295 for Princeton and Philadelphia. We see it's 295 West now because of its big loop it had to do to replace 95. And we get the Great Pennsylvania Turnpike and we get Street Road. Is it a street or a road? What is it? And we get Trenton and Princeton for North and Philadelphia for South. One is not going to go downtown, spoiler alerts. And one through Philly, it's just basically like this. It's a freeway and a frontage road to the right. We go by this tunnel, and it's a pretty cool tunnel. I think we are also kind of US 13 here today. And we cross the Schuylkill River. We can see downtown Philly here. I did more Philly northbound. And we will end right here at the I-76 junction where we get east for Philadelphia and west for Valley Forge. Ooh, that's terrible. Terrible ending. Alright, the way it should be for US 1, northern and southbound. Sligo, Madawaska, Caribou, Prescott, Holton, Clay, Bar Harbor, Belfast, Rockland, Brunswick, Freeport, Portland, Saco, Kennebunk, Ogunquit, Cary, Portsmouth, Hampton, Newbury, Topsfield, Boston, Providence, Norwood, Foxborough, Attleboro, Pawtucket, Providence, Cranston, Warwick, Newport, Narragansett, Westbury, Mystic, New London, Old Time, Clinton, Guilford, Cranford, New Haven, Guilford, Bridgeport, Fairfield, Norfolk, Stanford, Rye, Newark Hill, Pelham Manor, Bronx, George Washington Bridge, Forley, Jersey City, Newark, Elizabeth, Metuchen, New Brunswick, Princeton, Trenton, Langhorne, and Philadelphia. Ooh, that was a big, long reading. Alright, Dreamwise Control Cities for these US 1 southbound. Alright, I go Bangor, Boston, Portland, Boston, Portsmouth, Boston, Boston, Providence, New Haven, New York City, Bridgeport, New York City, and Philadelphia. Alright, we got US 42, so Cleveland stuff coming to you on Thursday. Looking forward to that.